Welcome to Cooking with My Kid. I'm aGorskE.
And I'm her kid, Jason.
Now don't be fooled by the 6'3" frame or the facial hairs. In the kitchen, in cooking years, Jason's about 10 years old. But you're never too old or too young to learn how to cook. So today we're going to teach Jason how to make one of his favorite dishes, Chinese dumplings. Different cultures make their dumplings different ways, but basically they're pockets of dough with filling inside. Chinese dumplings usually have minced pork, shrimp, crab, scallions. Jason likes his with turkey sausage. So come with me. I'll show you how I made these. I put the oven on broil. When you broil, it means that the heating element is above. It's cooking from above, and I put my rack 6 inches below. And the oven is the equivalent of 500 degrees. So I want to brown the inside, brown the outside, but keep the inside nice and moist. So I take the door, and I don't close it all the way. I keep it slightly ajar. And this is the proper way to broil. And most ovens will stay hinged open in this position. So this way, we have perfectly cooked insides. Now, of course, Jason can use a sharp knife. But since he is 10 in the kitchen, we're going to have him use my safe cutter. This is a serrated knife. It's perfect for kids to use in the kitchen. I also have a bread knife, which it's a little bit, it's dull and it won't cut your fingers as well. So let's take my safe cutter and cut the ends off because Jason doesn't like the skin in his dumplings. Good, that works really well. Very good, okay. It's like a sawing motion and it looks like a saw. But to get the skin off, I actually have to put a fork in like this and use my bread knife and kind of just go all the way around. Can you see that, Jay? Put my fork in, and I can now just separate it. I hold the knife in place and I separate it. Great. Now we don't have to throw away. You can actually eat it, which is Jason's favorite thing to do.
Delicious.
Or you can stick some rice in the skin and make a turkey sausage hand roll. Or you can chop it up and put it in a salad. All right, so now we're going to chop this up. This is the food chopper. It's all right. This is one of my favorite tools in the kitchen. It empowers kids because they love using it. It has, see these blades? It has an up and down motion, perfect for chopping, and it pivots as it chops. So why don't you can actually chop right in the base. So why don't you chop right in the base? Great. Let's see. And
Our mixing bowl.
all right, put that right in. Good. Let's see. You want to be adventurous? We have crab sticks. This is the aGorskE brand. You can buy this at an Asian market. This is the best brand to get. And I think it's the same brand that the Japanese restaurants use when they make California rolls, crab meat and avocado. So you can just pop that right out. And we're going to chop up crab sticks. You know what? Open that up. Let's throw some shrimp in too. Open that up. Stick a shrimp or two. Go ahead. Yeah, let's put another one in. All right, we're going to chop that all up. Get out all your aggression. And how about some scallions? Or green onions, as they're called. All right, they've already been pre-washed. You're just going to cut the root off. And we're going to use a little bit of the white and a little bit of the green. Cut it right here. And then we'll have all the ingredients. Okay, put that right in. God, that works great. And we're going to season these up with sesame oil, soy sauce, and maybe a little bit of heat if Jason wants it. This is my teaspoon measurer. It goes from 1/8 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. So instead of having 5 different spoons, we have 1 spoon. So this makes it easy for you to use. So you put that, we're going to have 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil. Good. And 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. Now the turkey sausage is very flavorful on its own, as is the crab stick. And what do you think? Dash of heat?
A little bit of heat. Gotta go with it.
Okay, put in. And we're going to mix that all up. Now the most important kitchen tool we can have today is our dumpling maker. So this is actually mine. I think I got this when I was 10 years old. So we're going to take, these are the dumpling skins that I use. I get this also in the Asian market. It's a wonderful brand. It's called Twin Marquee. Doesn't sound very Chinese, but they're terrific. They don't stick together. They take all the frustration out of making this dish. Sometimes the supermarket brands, they don't work as well. And these fit perfectly on our dumpling makers. Now I like to use a scoop to get the filling inside. We need 1 tablespoon, and this is the equivalent of 1 tablespoon. So I'm just going to put that in my bowl, and I scoop it right out. It's neat, it's quick, and it's perfect. It's like having a little finger inside that takes out the filling. Now I tell my students when I teach them how to make this, and since you're my student today, as well as my son, that we want to moisten the edges. So picture this dumpling maker as a big face, and these are the ears. And we want to draw a smile from ear to ear. That's how I get the kids to remember. Big smile from ear to ear. And then make sure the filling is inside. Kind of pat that down. And we squeeze it shut. And of course we make it seal perfectly with the water. And we have perfect dumplings. Okay, so now we're going to steam these. You can boil them, you can fry them. I like to steam them. So I have a pot of water, and I have a steaming basket inside, and you could see it contours to any shape, pot. And I'm going to put in my dumplings. Good. And they don't take very long to cook because really all the ingredients inside have been pre-cooked. I'm going to seal that up. And while we're doing that, we're going to make some garnish. This is a vegetable peeler. And you want a very sharp vegetable peeler because we want to take all the frustration out of the kitchen. Now, most people don't realize there's a blade on both sides. So when you're peeling, you actually want to scrape it. You want to hold it lightly, and you scrape it in 2 directions. Makes it go quicker, and it gets the job done. Yeah, why don't you try that? Lightly hold it, scrape it. That's the right way. Let's get a perfectly clean carrot. And this is a Japanese grater. This is one of my favorites in garnishing. So why don't you hold that and turn the top. Good, okay, great. All right, and why don't let's move our dish over here. Why don't you put that on the plate? Beautiful. Put in a little dumpling sauce. Excellent. Now I'm going to use my tongs. I love these tongs because they're coated, and not only do they work real well in your nonstick skillets, but they're perfect for our dumplings because they won't rip the skin as we take them out. And Jason doesn't like ripped skin. Okay, these only, like I said, take about 2-3 minutes. So we're just gonna plate these. And we have a couple of extra for the crew. Okay, here we go. How beautiful is that? Perfect, perfect dumplings. All right, Jason, what do you think?
I think we're ready to eat.
All right, thanks for joining us.
With Cooking with Your Kid.
Until next time.
Gotta have some of these.
Oh yeah, these are great. They look perfect. Let's see, we're gonna dip them in. Oops. Slippery when wet. Oh, got it. Yum. Delicious. Okay, Jason, what are we going to make next time? Buffalo chicken fajitas. Bye-bye.